Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've been doing well. Today I have two new items to show you from Louis Vuitton, but before I get started with that, I did just want to go ahead and share you the other items I ended up getting around the time of my birthday. I wouldn't say these were exactly birthday gifts since I kind of used Amex offers and just a bunch of other things, but they were kind of around the time of my birthday and they didn't arrive until later. So one is the shirt I'm wearing right now and it says Saint Laurent on it, and this I picked up from Net-a-Porter. This is my first designer shirt, but I did get $100 off through an Amex offer, and you know, I just figured I would splurge, and I just really love the design of this. It says Saint Laurent, but it's not necessarily in their logo, so you don't really know right away that it's Saint Laurent, and it is super comfy. I've actually been living in this shirt and I really love it. It's a slightly oversized fit, so I'm usually a small or medium on tops depending on the brand, and I did get a small in this, and I just kind of tuck it into my jeans, and I just really love this shirt. It's definitely going to be, I think, one of my favorite shirts. So it definitely was a splurge for me in terms of t-shirts. I've definitely never spent this much on a t-shirt before, but that being said, it just brings me a lot of joy and I really like it a lot. I've also just kind of been wearing it with the sleeves up just like a little bit, and I think that kind of just adds a nice little casual vibe. And then the other thing is this bracelet. It's a little bit upside down right now, so let me see if you guys can see that. This, it probably won't focus, so I will add in some more photos. This is from Tiffanys. This is a Paloma Picasso design, and it says peace on there. And this was actually a gift from my mom. I normally don't like to ask my parents for really expensive birthday gifts. You know, they worked hard for the money, and I just feel like the things that I usually want, I prefer to spend my own money on, because part of it's just an independence thing, but part of it is just because, you know, my parents are older and like I just don't want them to spend a lot of money on me. But this is actually a very affordable, I think it's even like it could be an entry-level piece for anyone who's looking into fine jewelry. And this I think was $525 or $550. It was somewhere in that range. I'll actually list the current price down in the description box below if you're interested. And this is also in the rose gold, so it matches my Juste un Clou very nicely. But the reason why this gift is actually so special is because Peace is actually my mom's name, so I always get to have a little bit of her with me, especially since the watch is from her as well. So I really like that these two items remind me of my mom, so that's very sentimental. This was in the medium size. I don't know if they make a small size or but I know for sure if they do, the small wasn't available when we went to the store. So I haven't decided if I want to actually get this shortened or not. I was thinking I would go back into the store in San Francisco and get them to shorten it a little bit, but I'm actually not sure. Let me know if you guys think I should shorten this or not. So right now, if it's fully loose, it goes all the way down here, but it usually kind of moves around a little bit, and I guess I could have it shortened a tiny bit, like to right here. So I don't know, I'm still kind of playing around with it, so we will see. But yeah, I really just love it a lot. It's very sentimental and it definitely means a lot to me. So the nicest gifts don't necessarily have to be the most expensive ones. So I do really appreciate this and love how it goes with my bracelet. And sometimes I'll wear my Juste un Clou on this hand, and it's sort of becoming like my little stack, so I like that. And then the other thing I got was from Farfetch, and it is these YSL tribute sandals, which I did just get the heels, but the heels are in a patent version, and so they're a little bit shinier, and this you can see is a matte leather. And I just really love this design a lot. I think it's super classic, and I've already taken them to my cobbler to have this extra part of the sole added on. It just really gives it a little bit more traction. I just find usually like if I don't get this on, the shoe is way too slippery for me, and I just prefer to have a little bit of that traction and also to protect the sole a little bit. So here are the tribute sandals, and I did get these in a size 38. You know, I probably could have gotten them in a 37.5, which is my usual designer shoe size. I did end up sizing up for these. I can't remember if the 37.5 wasn't available when I wanted to buy these or what, but I don't find them to be too big. There's like a tiny bit of space here, but at the same time, I don't necessarily want my foot to go all the way in, because then it becomes cramped like up here a little bit. So I think it's going to be fine to wear the 38s in these. All right, so let's get into the Louis Vuitton unboxing, and I did get these two perfume samples. One is in Le Jour se Lève, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, and this one is in Rose Devant. So here are the two samples. That was really nice of her to add them, and my receipt is in here. So I'm actually going to start with the bigger box. Okay, so here's the big box. Okay. And here is the item. Any guesses to what this is? It is the keepall bandoulière in the size 45, and it does fold flat like this, which is kind of great because I think it's going to make storing it a bit of a breeze. But let me kind of try to unfold it a little bit for you guys. So here is the keepall 45, and I've actually just really been wanting this for the longest time. I know we're not traveling yet, but I did just book a trip in the fall because I know for sure I'll be vaccinated by then, and I just thought I wanted something to kind of look forward to and kind of get excited about. I actually had been wanting this for a long time, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't buy this like 2 years ago because the price when I first was interested in getting it was I think around $1,800, and now it's an even $2,000. So if I had purchased this 2 years ago when I first had my eye on it, I would have saved $200, but I didn't. So here we are, but now I have this, and it does come with the longer strap, which is inside. Here it is, the longer strap, and this is in the monogram print, obviously. Another reason why I didn't pull the trigger so fast is because for the longest time I thought I wanted the men's version because I just wasn't sure how I'd feel about the vachetta over time. But then I was kind of like, you know what, my other luggage piece, which is the eye care, is also in this print, and the vachetta looks fine. Like, I mean, it's part of the vachetta is the fact that it ages and it sort of becomes like very personal to you, and I really wanted the two pieces to match, so I decided to go ahead with the monogram version. But if you were worried about the vachetta, you could either get the men's version. It's that black and dark blue print, I believe, and then you could also get the damier bean version, which doesn't have any vachetta, if you were worried about that. But to be honest, that's never really been my favorite print. I don't actually think I own anything in that print, so I decided to, in the end, I did decide to go for monogram, and I'm very, very happy I did. So unfortunately, these pieces are still a little bit hard to come by. A lot of the stores have them, but they only have like one, so it's usually the display one. So this was the display one, and also, unfortunately, this was a made in USA. My personal opinion on that is I would obviously prefer, if I were given the choice, I would always prefer to get a made in France one if I'm given the choice. But that being said, if this is like my only option, I'm not going to turn down something I really want because it's made in USA. So I'd love to know what your guys' opinions on that is. Like, are you one that would rather wait, and do you only get made in France items, or do you not care so much? For me personally, I was just kind of like, you know what, I've been wanting this for a long time. I need to pull the trigger before the price goes up anymore. And if it's a made in USA one, like that's just what it is. It's still from Louis Vuitton, so and of course, if there are any issues, I will take it back to them, but hopefully that won't be the case. All right, and finally, here is the small box, which I'm super excited about. I think it's really cute, you guys. Here it is, right here. And we have the Palm Springs Mini. And you guys, I'm definitely a latecomer to this bag. You know, when I first saw this bag, I really didn't think it was for me. And especially with the zipper issue, I was just kind of like, I didn't even think about it after that. But when they released the version where there's no more zipper issues, then I started thinking about it a lot more. And then I was like, oh, this is another item like I think I should probably get before the price goes up. And I have just been thinking about it for the last 6 months or so, pretty seriously, and as of lately I just can't get it out of my head, and I decided to just go ahead and pull the trigger, especially because it's still a pretty popular item, and it's still a little bit hard to find in stores. And on top of that, places like Fashion File and The Real still mark this up over retail, so I definitely knew I wanted to go to the store and get it there if possible, and I just got really lucky because they had one in stock. So same thing with the keepall 45. This is a made in USA piece, but I don't mind, and I'm just really excited to finally have this in my collection. I definitely think I'm going to wear this crossbody. I don't really think I'm going to wear this as a backpack style. I might. We'll see. I'll play around with it a little bit, but yeah, I'm just really excited to have this. I think especially for the pandemic, this is great because I've only been dining outside so far, and I've been really gravitating a lot towards my crossbody bags. Living in the city, I don't really feel comfortable having my bag just like on the chair while I'm sitting on a sidewalk. So I still like to have my bags on me while I'm eating. So I think this will be a great little addition, especially for the pandemic. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments, and I will do my best to answer. Really appreciate you liking this video and subscribing to my channel. It really means the world to me. I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye.